Hi guys, so my video is probably going to be shorter than it should be, only because I'm filming off my phone because my computer is having technical difficulties. Surprise there. Of course, on one of the last videos it wants to act out. Anyway, this video is on second language acquisition. I found this video pretty interesting because it puts you into a new perspective on how you would think of the word acquisition. I really liked the professor. I believe he's a professor, and maybe I'm wrong, but I loved all his analogies. They're pretty cool and kind of like made me understand more of what we were talking about rather than just throwing me a bunch of like definitions and expecting me to know. So a couple things that I got out of this were acquisition. So acquisition means that it's going to come naturally to you or like subconsciously, and that when we learn, it's like we are acquiring something. So he gave an example, I believe it was over like language. Like when you're listening to someone speak, you can, or if they make a mistake in your head, you are thinking, oh, that sounds wrong. So in like reality, it's coming naturally to you, which is something you acquired back in like grade school. So if someone says, I want to go to, or I wanted to, let me think of a good one. Man, why am I having a brain fart now? I guess we'll use the past, like a verb, irregular past verb past tense. So like I jumped it really high. I guess like if I were to be listening to like my daughter speak, I would be like, oh, like no, you jumped really high. But if you hear someone speaking, or speaking wrong like that, you're like, okay, well that is because blah, 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 blah. So it's things that you learned back in like grade school. So it's subconsciously acquired. Let's see, I have some notes that I wrote down. Another thing was grammar from what we know. Okay, so grammar from what we know is either like monitor or detector, which leads me back to what I just said. Like how we know it is like, it's just how we know it. And I think he said even grammar, how we know it, is actually wrong, which was also kind of interesting. Towards the end of the video, there were two things that caught my attention. The first one is free voluntary reading. I probably, like most, I do not like to read. It is not something that I'm fond of, especially if it's something I don't have any interest in at all whatsoever. So, but they said that is actually the most beneficial is if you are reading on your own terms. So, or in something that you like. So try to find something, if you're like learning something, I guess try to find something that actually sparks your interest in that subject and then go from there. And then lastly, a study shows if you read more, you're smarter. Well, I guess that's why they always push it to you in school, right? Anyway, looking forward to the rest of the semester. I can't believe we're almost finally there. Hope everyone's hanging in there. And yeah, have a good rest of your semester. See you or talk to you on Friday is probably when I make my last video.